What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today I just need to make a video about this on my team. And I think it's probably too late in the year. I think it is probably too late in the year to make this video, but I've been asking for some similar things to this in my team for the last number of years, and this year it is more prevalent than ever that it's needed. It is more prevalent than ever that it is needed. And a big reason is that my team is just not an enjoyable experience. It's just not. It is just not. I don't think anyone enjoys playing my team unlimited. Like, I'm grinding this weekend. Honestly, I'm grinding because of my job. And man, I haven't enjoyed 1 minute of it. You know what? I didn't mind. You know what I didn't mind? I didn't mind playing triple threat offline. Because you know what? The big thing is that you don't have to sweat like you're playing in the 250k finals for every one of these games. And everyone, if you are good at the game, and not even if you're good, no matter what level you are at, you have to sweat every game of unlimited unless you nerf your record. It takes every bit of fun out of the game. Like, winning a close game, winning a tight game, yes, it's fun, but it's only fun when that's like one out of every couple of games. Like, I'm going to say this right now. No, it is not fun getting absolutely destroyed in my team unlimited, which is happening to everybody. So, a lot of people were talking about Jesser coming back to my team. Why the hell would he ever come back to my team? I'm watching his videos. The guy's coming up against people who've obviously nerfed their record to play against beginners the whole time. And he's getting destroyed. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's happening. That's what my team unlimited has done. People have just nerfed their records. It used to be overall cheesy. Now it's just nerfing records to come up against beginner players. And you're beating them by 100 points. That's just not fun for anybody. And I get that's the reason why there's SPMM in. But we can't only have one online 5v5 mode. You know what? I don't mind limited. But like, limited is flawed. Like, we know limited is flawed. First of all, like, why can you not catch up on rings? So if you miss out, if you are away on holidays for 1 weekend, there's no point playing the mode. Because you can't get the prize. Like, that's literally it. Like, that is the most dumb thing I have ever seen. And it's also luck-based for the reward. So you can play, again, why I stopped playing. There was 1 week I saw it once in 14 games and decided to stop playing. And then one of the weeks I got my ring on my 20th game. It was 14 for Pau Gasol, my first one for Shard Lewis. No, I didn't, sorry. I didn't see the ring in 20 games. I didn't see a ring, so I just stopped playing. But I know some people that have got the ring in like one game every time. So, like, that's just BS. But, like, look. It's not an enjoyable experience. Like, there's no end goal limited, which is an annoying thing, but that's something for a different video. The reason why unlimited is not an enjoyable experience is that from the second you boot up to the end, you're in super sweat mode. You are in super sweat mode. Limited's a little bit different, and one thing I like with limited is there's restrictions. Why is there not? Like, this is what 2K should do. First of all, the most important thing. Everyone's talking about draft mode. Everyone talks about this. First of all, again, draft mode, everyone cares about it for the first 3 days of the game, then no one will play it again. Like, yeah, pack and playoffs wasn't the most ideal thing in the world, but literally nobody played that mode in 2K18 after a couple of days. Replacing that in 2K19 with triple threat was one of the best things they ever did. So first of all, keep triple threat. Triple threat doesn't need to change. Maybe if you want to, like, honestly, triple threat offline, they don't need to change. I think this is good this year. Domination. You know what? Doesn't need to change. Domination does not need to change. I like the way it's 3 at the start of the year, and I like the way they brought in new dominations. Yeah, is the final domination going to be worth it? No. Even if it is for an invincible card, is it going to be worth it? Probably not. So, yeah, I get that. Actually, you know what? If it's for an invincible card, it probably is. There's a couple of good cards along the way. Like, I get that. Challenges, you know what? Spotlights were good this year. I wish we had them a little bit more frequently instead of giving us 34 cards at once. They give us a bit less cards, but maybe spotlights. I wish we saw spotlights in season 5, but again, season 6, but it's not a big deal at all. And it's just this mode right here. Like, there should not only be 2 online modes. Like, it's super sweat and arcade 3v3 basketball. And triple threat shouldn't be touched. This mode is fine. And the reason why I like it so much is, first of all, games are short and snappy. And I'm going to make this point, like, games are short and snappy. So if you lose a game, you're right back into another game in 5 minutes. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all if you lose a game. Because you're like, you know what, sure, I lost that game. Let's play another one. And that kind of keeps me playing the game. But in My Team Unlimited, the games take 30 minutes each. If you have played a sweat game for 30 minutes and you go, and this is what normally happens. This is what normally happens in a really, really tight game. Halfway through the fourth quarter, either you hit 2 whites in a row or your opponent hits 2 whites in a row. And you either get the win by luck or you lose by luck. Like, I'll go at the end of the fourth quarter, decides 90% of close games. So, like, how the hell? You've just wasted a half an hour of your time for nothing. There's no, like, the rewards aren't worth it. So let's go and open a reward right here. Let's go and open an unlimited reward. This was grind. This was six wins. This is 3 hours of grind. This is the Amethyst tier reward, actually. It was 6 wins. This was 6 or 3 hours of grinding. And this is winning. Actually, no, this is longer. I didn't win every game. This is about 4 hours of grinding. Wow, I got a card that's worth 3k MT. I got about 7k MT worth of players. I got about 7k MT worth of players for 4 hours. For 4 hours, like, that's pathetic. That is pathetic. Like, the amount of time, like, let's just say 30 games in FIFA. You can get 2 games of FIFA in the time you can get 1 of these games in. 15 games of Unlimited is what they gave, is basically, well, it's 15 games. Let's just say for the average person, it'll take you 24 games to win these 12 games. It takes long. They basically want you to play in over 3 days. Oh, 1 day, 10 hours. I did not realize that you could. Okay, this isn't as bad as I initially thought. I don't know why I thought it was just Monday wasn't included. So you know what? I have to give a bit of props there. It's a little bit better than I thought. But still, over 4 days, you basically get you basically have to complete an entire Division Rivals weekly thing over like a couple of days. It's like basically, it's more than Weekend League. It's more time consuming than Weekend League. It takes longer than a Weekend League just to do one of these players. Just to get this guy here, it takes longer than the time for a Weekend League because the games are too long. The games are too long. First of all, 3-minute quarters, too short. I'm going to say it right now, 3-minute quarters are too short. So what they should do, 4-minute quarter games. And I know someone in the comment section is being like, oh, but I like to come back in a game. But like, fair enough. For that one situation where 5-minute quarters has let you specifically come back in the game, the extra 7 minutes that's added onto a game turns hundreds of people off the game. Like, what's the point of playing a game mode that doesn't reward you for anything? It rewards you for nothing. In SBMM, like, again, I had to nerf to get my final thing for TJ Warren. I nerfed my record. Won my last game, or won 2 games in a row. I didn't even know how I'm 1 and 2 because I quit 5 games in a row. I have no idea. Did I play? I might have overplayed. I must play 13. I have no idea. I have actually no idea how my record got to that. I must have been playing something. But like, I tried to play a Muggsy mission video and I came up against 6 or 8 Dark Matters. I quit the game as soon as it started. I'm like, there's just no. That's what it was. That's what it was. I got the 0 and 0. I got the 0 and 0, won a game, and then I must have won 2 games in the thing, and then quit 2 games in a row in Muggsy's mission. Because like, I'm not even going to attempt to play against 8 Dark Matters. And like, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to quit 30 games in a row so that my record's low enough that I play against weak players? Like, you guys even saw it when I went on to another account. When I went on the other account earlier today on current gen, and I used the all 99 God Squad players, and I came up against guys that weren't very good at the game. Bad squads. Despite having the best team in the game because of skill-based matchmaking. It's ruined the game. Like, last night, I won 10 games in a row. I didn't enjoy 1 minute of it because every game you have to focus like it's game 7 of the NBA Finals. I want to play video games for fun. The reason why I don't touch this game mode is if I have my feet kicked up relaxed, I'm probably losing. Like, if I'm locked in, I'm probably winning. If I'm not locked in, I'm probably losing. Because it's SPMM, I'm only playing against, realistically, the top 20% of players in my region. And that's what happened with most people. You're only playing as the top 20, 25% of players. And when you're only playing as those type of people, to even keep a 75% win record, you've got to be, like, whatever, I think 5 of these are quits, 23-4, so, like, it's 80-something percent. Like, to keep that win record this season, like, it was grim. Like, I've had to sweat so much. And all you guys are going to say, get better, get better, get better. Man, that's not the point. The point is that I've gotten better at this game. I'm playing the game more. But the more I play the game, the more I win. I just play harder opponents, so it makes no difference. Like, yeah, sometimes it's rewarding. But, like, we all don't want to play Dark Souls. Like, it's the equivalent of Dark Souls difficulty playing in Unlimited right now, where it makes no odds. Yeah, there's a little bit of rewarding. But not everyone wants to play Dark Souls. Not everyone wants to be completely challenged as much as, or like to the like highest degree possible. I want to get better at the game so that I can compete against the best guys. But also, if I do happen to play against a weaker guy, then I beat the weaker guy. I don't want to just get better at the game so that I just keep playing guys. Like, I don't want to go from being an average player, just a hypothetical situation, because I'm the type of player that's really good at the start of the year and gets worse as the year goes on. But like for most people, so if you've just started off the game, you're either playing against guys abusing the system or you're playing against beginners. And then, say if you start beating beginners, all of a sudden you're then losing. So like you're improving at the game, you're getting better at the game, but your record is going down because 2K's put you into a different bracket. Like, that doesn't make sense. But you know what would make sense? Was if they did it like a road to the playoffs. Each seed had a different tier. Maybe when you're in like bronze or gold, silver, whatever those tiers, it's like, I don't know, use every season's different. It's like you can use all sapphires and below and like 2 rubies. And then when you go to like gold, it's like you can use rubies and then amethyst. And then when you go to like thing, it's all amethyst and like 2 diamonds. And all diamonds and pink diamonds. And then when you get to like pink diamond and opal, you can use all your lineups. So that you know at least when you're using your God Squad lineups, you have like every single player in the game, and you know for a fact you're playing against the best players. And it means the beginner players, you know for a fact they're coming up against lower rated players. It just means that's a better way of doing SBMM. It's a better way of doing SBMM, and it's very hard to abuse because like if you're staying with like low overall players, then what relevance is that? Like, make it like Road to the Playoffs back in the day. Road to the Playoffs was basically the same as My Team Unlimited mode, but it was just slightly better. And like, when you're beginner, you can play on a lower difficulty, and then when you get up to the higher tiers, you go to Hall of Fame. It makes the game so much less BS, but it also doesn't put the beginner players on Hall of Fame. Like, it's sheer laziness what they do with My Team Unlimited. It is sheer laziness what they do with this mode. So, like, why can't you just put My Team Limited, first of all, should not be a weekend game mode. If you're going to put in a weekend game mode, put in Weekend League. This is a absolute BS game mode. Great in ways, awful in ways. First of all, they got really lazy and just started making it 86 overall and lower, which is overall cheese game. They got so lazy from the start of Season 6 that they just made it an overall cheese game mode. They stopped caring. Like, this mode was great up until about February. Then they stopped caring about it and just started giving stupid, like, takes 30 seconds to come up with restrictions. Like, they stopped caring about this mode in February. It was great for the start. They really screwed it up after a while. I used to be like, oh, you can use it's like everyone has to be like a second round draft. Like, they had to be like college stars. Like, all of these really like cool things. They had to be a teammate of LeBron or Jimmy Butler. Like, things like that were really interesting. But like, it's just, this mode became a joke. But honestly, make My Team Limited a week-long mode. Make it a week-long mode, a restriction-based mode, so you can use theme teams as a week-long mode. Don't just make it for weekends. That would be great. If you want to do a weekend mode, make it Weekend League. Triple Chat Online, leave it. My Team Unlimited, turn it into a Road to the Playoffs type thing where there's different restrictions. You progress in difficulty as you get on. You start off on a low difficulty. As you progress through the tiers, the difficulty raises, and then instead of using some algorithm for skill-based matchmaking, you just match up with guys in your tier and difficulty, because that's the way it makes sense. And then, as another mode, the most important mode, casual friendly mode. No restrictions, nothing. Just friendly mode. No rewards. Quick match. No rewards, nothing. Just a quick match mode. Because sometimes people just want to play and relax. I know when FIFA brought in divisions, it was a huge thing people complained about. These people just wanted sometimes to play the mode because there was always like cups and stuff, but quick match was just like, you know what, I just want to play a game. Because 2K's kind of moved away from that. It's kind of moved away from actually playing the game because let's be real, nobody likes playing the game. And then last but not least, if you want to put Weekend League, do it. I would love if there was a Supermax type mode as well, where if you wanted, say, you didn't want to progress through all the ranks, you wanted to use your God Squad, and you wanted to just compete against the best. Make like a Supermax mode, where you get like ranking points, and the more, and not even like, I just make it a kind of an interesting thing where instead of like the last time where you could progress down in tiers, which is like, was the biggest joke ever. Like you would get into the pink diamond tier, but if you lost one game, you would get plus 25 points for win, minus 250 for a loss. So if you were in the top tier and you lost the game, you literally lost the reward, which was the most ridiculous thing ever. But yeah, so let's just say it's just a better point system type Supermax thing where you can like progress in the rankings. And then you can base the 250k tournament off that. Or if you have Weekend League, you can base 250k tournament off that. Like, you've got multiple ways to do this. Like, this mode could be so much better. This mode could be so much better. And I gotta give props. I gotta give props to the myteam producers. Because, like, as much as it is absolutely just torture trying to get these cards, at the end of the day, it's torture because I don't like playing the game. It's torture because none of us like playing the game. It is a great thing to have added in. All these free cards are great things. I'm glad most of the grinding is offline because it's a lot easier. Unless you're on current gen where the CPU is just a joke. But I've already ranted at 2K about that. I'm not even ranting on a video. I've already ranted on a video and I've ranted directly to 2K about what they've done to Spotlight Sims on current gen. But it's just such a pity because if we had to come into the year, if you had told us at the start of this year that this is the way my team would be, and you hadn't experienced it, you might say this is going to be a great year, my team. And in a way, it was. My team did a lot right this year, so I got to give props to Sam, Mike, and the whole team there. They did a lot right, but you can do 100 things right. You can do everything right with the mode, but if it's not fun, no one's going to play it. Because at the end of the day, we play video games for fun. I'm playing this because it's my job. I have not had fun playing my team. You know, I half enjoy just chilling in a Discord playing the offline Spotlight Sims. I enjoyed that. I'll admit it, I enjoyed it. I don't mind playing Triple Threat Online because it's a bit of a casual mode. If I lose, I don't care. If I win, great. You can get some decent rewards. I don't mind playing Limited too much, but Unlimited, nobody enjoys the mode. And it's something they need to change for next year. And I think the name myteam Unlimited just can't be a thing anymore. 12-0, like, I'm telling you right now, 2K, if you're watching, forcing someone to win 12 games online in a row in skill-based matchmaking is the worst idea I have ever heard in a video game. Any FIFA player, imagine a FIFA player hearing to get rewarded at all from division rivals, they have to win 12 consecutive games in Division 1. First of all, you have to get to Division 1, and then in Division 1 win 12 games in a row. FIFA players would just laugh. Even pros would struggle to win 12 games in a row in that game. Like, you have to be in SPMM. If you're getting Larry Johnson, you're in the top 1%. There's no question about it. If you've gotten all these rewards, these myteam Unlimited rewards, and I know some of you guys watching this video are in the top 1%. Some of you guys are significantly better than me. And that's fine. Like, some of you guys are better than me. But just know, if you are winning these, you're in the top 1% of players in the world. There is no question about it. If you're consistently going 12-0 in Galaxy Opal tier, you are in the top 1 percentile and maybe in the top 0.5 percentile of people that have ever booted up my team. Because there's a couple of thousand people that have Larry Johnson in the world. And we've seen it. Well, you can't necessarily see it here, but there's something like 2 million redemptions on PlayStation of Clay Thompson. So a couple of thousand out of 2 million. I mean, and maybe an extra, maybe 2.5 million people. So yeah, you're that good. But this is just, again, a bit of a rant. I didn't even want to show face cam because, man, you don't even want to see the state I'm in right now. Bags under my eyes. I'm tired. I don't want to play this game anymore. I know I have to because I want to get one last video out with all the new cards, but it's just not an enjoyable experience, and I'm just not having... I haven't had fun playing 2K in a long time. And fair play to 2K giving great rewards out. But the fact that we have to play this awful game to get the rewards is one of the worst part. And then, like, the rewards are only cards in an awful game. So, look, I'm doing this because it's my job. I'm doing this because I have to. And I don't... For me, I actually don't understand how anyone... And I... Just from even seeing what's being replied, I'm not sure how anyone can have fun in this game mode. 2K have done a great job with content. They've done a great job with a lot of free things. They've done a great job with seasons. They've done a horrible job of the most important thing in a video game, making it fun. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.